Yes, we in it.
Yes. And we also look at why is it important. We stated that it's important for financial success, to allow you to live within your means, avoid unnecessary debt, work towards financial goals, and also it's your first step towards financial freedom.
Right.
Yeah. Our second show, we looked at creating budget step by step.
Step by step, right?
And that's where we dealt with Johnny and Patricia. I don't know if Jenny know them, but
big
I
up
don't.
Johnny, big up Patricia. You were very helpful.
Yeah. So basically, our step one was, I'm not sure if Steve can remember. She probably forgot. But step one, track your income and expense.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we deal with the fixed expenses, the variable expenses. That's those that are not irregular expenses. Then step two, categorize your spending. So then you look at what goes towards housing, utility, food, transportation, and all the others. Not forgetting yourself.
Right.
Yeah. And step three, set realistic financial goals. And we also look at common budgeting mistakes to avoid, like, avoid accounting for irregular expenses, like because it's not a common expense, sometimes persons don't put it into their budget.
That's true.
Because it's a one-off, but they need to avoid that. They need to put it in.
Right.
Yeah, to avoid being too strict with the budget. You need a little flexibility, just in case. And also not to set the budget and forget it. Because sometimes they set it and they forget.
Or they go against
We use
it
to pay our
Yes.
bills. We pay all of our bills, and then we just do whatever else. We just forget about checking.
Or you saw a nice dress and you forgot that it was not part of the
You
budget.
forget you have to buy gas. And then
Yes.
you buy the dress.
Yes. And last week we looked at exploring different budgeting methods, which was really interesting. So we looked at the envelope saving system, or the envelope system, where you use it to budget, whether it's your savings, your expenses, so you can stick to your budget. For persons that this would work better for them, so they have an envelope for every expense.
Oh, that's me, my girl. That's me.
Right.
There one time.
That's right.
what I do.
Yes. And you put the cash in each of the envelopes.
And I have no shame walking around with my envelope with it written on it.
That's right.
And I'm going with my envelope.
Because you're sticking to it.
Sticking to it.
That's right. Yes,
Nice.
yes. So she understands what I'm talking about.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we do it. Also the spreadsheet budgeting.
Okay.
So this one, it's also available on my website, which is shop.naomisnumbers.co. And if persons actually do the spreadsheet themselves, they can use it. For those of us that into IT and stuff, a spreadsheet might just work better for us. Yeah. We also look at the 50-30-20 rule, or even the 1/3 rule, to share it between your expenses, your savings. But at the end of the day, you want it to work flexible within your income.
Right.
Yeah. We also look at using the bank, the credit union, and even some of the tools that they have to help us budget and stick to our budget.
Okay.
The zero-based budgeting, basically budgeting down to zero, ensure that we account for every dollar, every cent. Yeah.
That one is not me at all.
Now, I do that, people just find out like so weird. I have people that ask me about budgeting because let me tell you, when I say this is what I'm doing and I have my envelopes,
That's right.
this is what that's happening.
Down to the very last
down to
dollar.
I can tell you where every dollar went.
Wow. Okay.
I really love the envelope saving. I use both the envelope and the spreadsheet.
I don't know. I
I
just
just-
old fashioned. I
yeah.
I did the envelope.
Yeah.
What did we call this last time? A bar carbon. That's the bar
Yes.
carbon method.
Yes,
That's what.
yes,
what
that's
our,
right.
Yes, it's
It
true.
works.
It's
It
true.
It works.
That's one of the most disciplined methods, I must say. Yeah.
And
I mean,
easy
it-
too, right?
You have to put in the budget to buy the envelope because the envelope is not free.
That's
we have to, we have to still put that in the budget because you cannot be using
That's
the same
right.
envelope over and over again. You
Right,
need another envelope.
right.
So when you go, you just take a box at SNS, so that way it saves you.
That's it.
Yeah.
Plug that right in there. Big up SNS.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we also had the auto saving and budgeting tool. So basically using salary deduction for
Right,
persons
right.
that will work better, having standing orders for the banks. Also, they can do it themselves on the apps with the electronic fund transfers or the banking transfers.
Helpful tools, yes.
So you send it to the different.
So you know what you have left is probably whatever else you have to get done because the major stuff come out already.
Right.
Yeah.
And like we ended last week, and we're going to say it again today. Remember, budgeting is not one size fits all.
Right.
Yes.
Do one that works within your means or your situation, because everyone's situation is not the same.
No, I love that. Naomi, say that again. Yes, budgeting
it's not a one size fits all.
Yeah, so don't try to mirror what you see Steve do, because Steve budget and your budget is no.
It's not the same. It's not the
same.
It's not the same.
And sometimes Steve might be buying ice cream and she didn't budget
and
for
she didn't budget for the
and
ice
you
cream,
don't
and
know.
You're following Steve. Listen, not paying your bill.
That's right. That's right.
And Steve, I know whole lot mess, and you don't know that.
That's right. Guilty. I am guilty. Listen, they are reading me. I do not have the discipline. Well, I have not had the discipline in the past to budget effectively. Really have not. But I think if I do apply some of the methods that has been taught, I am gravitating towards using the institutes as my budgeting tool.
Okay.
I kind of like the envelope method, but I think I would use it for things that I actually need to use cash for.
Right.
You know? Okay, so
yes.
100 for the supermarket.
I think you since you're new to it, the auto will be the best, because that way for sure it coming out before you touch it. So you realize you're not responsible in that area, so we're starting off with that first. And then afterwards, your dry cash, the folders that do the envelopes will look. Because you
for the dry cash.
You take out the rest,
Right.
you put it in your envelope, you put hair, you put nails.
That's right.
You put ice cream. Make sure you write ice cream this time.
Yes, please.
Put a leisure envelope and put $100 in it.
Yes, for the entertainment. That's
So
right.
that's why anytime you feel like you want ice cream, you want fries, you want a smoothie, you want a shake,
Right.
go in the $100 envelope, the leisure folder. You want
That's
that $100
right.
there
Okay.
to use.
And when
Now-
it's done, that's it until next payday.
Until next payday.
Now, it's not just so our listeners know, it's not just about me. This is for you as well.
But
This
she's
is
a
for all
good
of us.
example. She's
Yes.
a good
Yes,
example.
Okay, and for everyone's listening pleasure and learning, I will be the example. Okay. Now, Sarah. So again, for everyone, well, the persons who are just coming on, of course, it is Wednesday, so it's Let's Talk Money. We have Naomi on the inside. She has just gone through what we went through for October, talking about our budgets and our methods of budgeting. Now, we also have life coach Sarah on the inside. Now, if you would remember, life coach Sarah, she gave us some wonderful tips on mental health. We had a great discussion when, of course, DJ Diego was on the inside as well. So, of course, we need to take a moment to say welcome back, life coach Sarah. So, of course, she's been keeping us laughing from the moment she walked into the studio, guys. She's been making us laugh, but on a very serious, very, very serious note here. Sarah, how do you think that budgeting affects us as people, or the direction that we can go in?
All right. For on the life coaching side of it, it comes all down to decision making. Now, my favorite thing is clarity, and I talk about that a lot, because if you see you're not clear about what you're doing, how are you going to be budgeting right? And with the clarity in terms of understanding what it is that you actually want to do this month with your money, or what are your priorities and what are your wants. Once you get clear on that, decision making is a big thing, and people think, and unconsciously we make decisions every day. We decide to bathe because you can get up and not bathe. That's an unconscious decision. We do hygiene is an unconscious decision. We figure, okay, we want to smell good. You understand? We decide if we eat or not.
Right.
Sometimes we blame the situation. Sometimes it is the situation, the circumstances. But sometimes we have the time and we still don't eat.
It's a choice.
It's a choice to eat. It's a choice. Sometimes we have the time. We wake up. We have the time. We still wish to work late and work close by. We just made the decision to linger around for whatever reason. So every day we actually unconsciously make decisions. So when you come to budgeting, decision making, which is a big thing with life coaching, that literally impacts your financial health. They go all in together.
Right.
And there is two types of decisions that we tend to do consciously, which are proactive and reactive decisions. So the proactive decisions are those that are tied to your goals. So those that are sensible. So you figure, okay, well, you know what? I need electricity at my home. That's a proactive decision. I need that to do. You understand the things that I want to do, whether it's for work, whether it's for social reasons, whatever it is. You cannot really be keeping burning candles. How are you going to do what you're doing and connect with what you want to connect with, right?
Right.
So that ties to your goal. And then we have the reactive stuff that we do that normally doesn't tie to our goals, and we make it based on sometimes emotions and impulse buying, and we don't think long term, and then afterwards what happens is we do an impulse buy for whatever it is. Something offsets our day. Of course, we are humans, we have emotions,
Right.
but then the impulse tend to sometimes take a big chunk in something that we already been making so much progress on, and we don't even realize in the time because we're so blind-minded. And then later on now we go through this spiral because we're realizing, oh no, why did I have to go and take out this $500 to go and buy whatever it is that you buy, or you use it, or you blast it, or you did that amount to feel good in the moment,
Right.
immediate gratification, impulse buying. And then afterwards now you're saying, but I had to go to work for the rest of the month. Okay. Yeah, we didn't think of that when we did our impulse.
Because most of the time, sometimes the impulse buying happens when you see they have a sale that was not expected.
Yes.
That happens a
Sometimes
lot.
it's influenced by that, and sometimes
Yeah.
it's just like an emotional thing. So sometimes
Yeah.
you're having a bad day, and then you had a little voice in your head telling you, treat yourself good.
Stress eating,
Stress, you
or
understand?
stress shopping and
Yes,
stuff like that.
you do that, and then you get into that. And I'm not going to knock it because we are all guilty of it, but then becoming consciously aware of it, that's where it comes right back to the clarity and the decision making, is where you can somewhat still be reckless, even if you're budgeting for cheese, saying, because you cater a box for it, which is something that I do. So every month in my envelope method, there's an envelope for leisure. They have
That's
to
right.
have an envelope for leisure, because there is your circle of control, things that you
Right.
can control, and then there's a circle outside of that you cannot control. The weather, what people are going to say, what people are going to do, how your boss is going to react, your family members, your spouse. You have no control of how the day is going to go, but then you have to have something in the event that happens so you don't spiral. And that's what I love to save my clients from. You see that emotional spiral, the mental spiral? I try my best for us to avoid that comes non-existent in your life, because we make methods and plans so that we cover that. So you have your little envelope. You figure today you had a shitty day, Steve get me mad, I feel like I want ice cream. I am going in my leisure envelope. I'm going to go and buy a big bucket of ice cream at Mayor J. Don't ask me nothing because I have money in that envelope for that.
That's right.
And it doesn't take away from me not paying my bills. It doesn't take away from my responsibilities because I catered for that. And I think I love the fact that you mentioned budgeting is not a one-size-fits-all, because
Definitely.
apart from it not being a one-size-fits-all, you need to have a leisure bucket. You need to have a value. You're not sure of the value, that's fine. The most practical number I'll say is $100.
Yes.
Simply because 30 days is a long time. You just cannot tell what's going to happen. So if Steve pissed you off 5 times in the month, you know how much for a bucket of ice cream and mega J, not $30, then let me tell you, I don't even have the $100, not even
enough.
making it.
It's not enough.
But it would allow for me to get it at least 3 times.
That's
You
right.
understand?
Right.
And maybe the next 2 times that she does it, I will just realize, well, you know what? It doesn't really going to impact me that much because I had a lot of comfort already within the time and dealt with my emotions.
That's right.
Or maybe decide that Steve will not be affecting me that way again.
Yeah, that
Know what I'm
too.
saying?
That too.
A little self-control, emotional
That's right.
control. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so I think these are all the questions, and I think we've wrapped up. Now, the next thing I also want to let you all know, Life Coach Sarah will be joining us again on Fridays.
Yes.
Okay, time to be announced. But she will definitely be here with us, so you can get a little bit more of those tips to help you out throughout your day. Okay, so I think, Naomi, is there anything else that you would maybe want to give us a little teaser of what's happening next week?
So
let us
next
know.
week we'll be shifting our gears and talking about managing debt and building wealth.
Oh,
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I ready for the building wealth party.
The building, definitely the building wealth part. Yes,
yeah, but you need to manage the debt first.
Definitely,
and then you can go ahead and build the wealth.
That's it.
Yeah,
that
but
is
you
true.
see, the managing the debt is a very uncomfortable topic for a lot of people.
Yes.
So that's why we leaning on to the latter of everybody. Everybody just wants to build wealth. They don't want to deal with none of the debt that's going on.
Yes, the questions are already building. I want to ask the questions, but I will wait for next week.
Please.
That's right. Next week, Wednesday, right here on Rhythm 95.5. We're doing it at 2:30. You don't want to miss it. Let's talk money. And of course, look out for what's coming up with Life Coach Sarah every Friday. All right, so we take a short commercial break. Time is now 3:04. When we return, of course, more super hits right here on the always refreshing Rhythm 95.5. Ladies, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.